Javed, for giving us all those details. Shifting our focus to the other big development, there is global trade wars that continue to grow. The Indian markets have again taken a major hit. The BSE Sensex is down 0.51%, Nifty is down 0.60%. The Sensex and Nifty crashes have been preceded by a market rout on the Wall Street and other major Asian markets like Japan, Singapore, Malaysia and China. This comes as US President Donald Trump slaps 104% tit-for-tat tariffs against China. The sharp increase in tariffs by both the US and China could lead to higher inflation, slower global growth and intensify trade tensions. Meanwhile, investors are waging whether the imminent threat of recession would outweigh the likely upward shove to inflation from tariffs. Akash Jindal on the telecast with me. Akash, shed more light into the developments with regards to the reach out that the Chinese government has made to India in wanting to collaborate, in wanting to have stronger trade ties in face of the 104% cumulative US tariffs on China. How important does it become for India and China to become stronger trade partners in this regard?
See, situation has changed very fast in the past 2 days. The day when reciprocal tariffs were launched, yes, it was very logical for India to join hands with China because reciprocal tariffs were launched against China as well as India. But now things are changing fast for good for India and for bad for China, because now the tariffs on China, if we total them up, they total up to 104%. So now initially on 2nd, we perceived it as a trade war, global trade war. Now it's a US-China trade war. So now it's between US and China, and India may gain from this war, because what's going to happen is now Indian funds, the funds which were supposed to come to India, global money into stock markets, that had been diverted to China. But now with 104% tariffs, now China definitely would get into recession, because China is already suffering from many problems like deflation, debt issue, real estate issue, bad banks not performing well. So now with China likely to get into recession, that global money may come to India. There's a likelihood that the global money may come to India. So now it's not very beneficial for India to join hands with China, though India also has to look for alternatives, because Donald Trump doesn't stop here. Donald Trump has planned to launch tariffs against pharma also, and pharma is a huge export for India. So India also has to look for some more business partners. India also has to look towards EU. India also has to look towards China. But the global trade war, the way it was perceived 3 days ago, now it's primarily a US-China trade war. So now things are changing. So I think what is going to happen is Indian government is already having a dialogue with US. Maybe they may get some solution in the dialogue, because Indian government is very skillfully and very in a very methodical manner, they are out to search solution. They are not doing that confrontational politics which China and US are doing towards each other. So now the way Indian government is looking for solutions, I think maybe they are able to reduce the tariffs.
Okay.
Maybe they are able to join hands with US also, because now US also needs an ally to counter China, because US has to counter China. Now what is happening is
okay.
US.
Right, absolutely. Stay on with me. Akash, also joining me on the telecast is Ajit.